Savia Rocks. I am the host and founder of the Ask People podcast. I am a professional photographer and I am also an award-winning writer and songwriter. Um, so when I was just 7 years old, my family realized that I had a talent in music for playing the piano. I was constantly on it. My dad had one. I played it so much that I think I broke a couple of keys. But but he didn't get angry or anything. The most beautiful thing about having a parent is that, well, a good one, because we all go through transitions in our life as parents, as we all know. But my father saw a uniqueness in my talent when it came to songwriting and singing. But I noticed that a lot of parents also want you to live their dream if they wanted to be a singer or a songwriter in the past. So as I grew up, my father nurtured my talent in songwriting and in singing. He let me be free creatively in what I wanted to do. I then went on to song competitions, songwriting competitions, and singing competitions and won, which I was really humbled about. I wrote my first song where I feel it had the essence of volume and emotional connection when I was 14 years old, and it was actually about a best friend that I had. And it told everything that I was feeling in that song. I went on to sing that song in competitions and won. I then went on to work in one of the biggest music publishing companies in the world. And I wanted the reason why I say this is because one of the key facts I always say to people is beautiful to have a talent and be creative, but it's even abundantly better when you know about the business that you're going into. And the reason why I say that is because nobody can try and take anything away from the knowledge that you have, because knowledge is power. And I wanted to know everything about publishing. I wanted to know about the royalty shares. I wanted to know about the songwriters. And I wanted to know about all the key factors. And I had such a good boss who taught me those things. So I carried on songwriting for a numerous amount of years. But then I realized with singing and songwriting, it wasn't for me. And the singing part was where I wasn't happy. So I decided that I wasn't going to do it anymore because I felt like I was living my father's dream and not living mine. So what I did was I decided to take a step back. I continue to songwrite even till this day, but we all go through things in life which sometimes take us away from the creativity. It's just called life. And that's purely what happened. Later on down the line, I realized my friend gave me his camera. I was in a really bad place and I wasn't songwriting anymore. And I wasn't even singing. I wasn't doing it anymore. I then was thinking, what can I do with myself? And I'm sure every person in the world can resonate with the fact that we all go through things and we feel stagnant. I felt very stagnant in that part. And I thought, what can I do? My friend said, let's go out. And he brought his camera. He gave me his camera and he said, Savia, use my camera. And I was like, why? I don't need your camera. Use my camera. So I thought, okay, I used this camera and I was taking pictures and I was walking around freely. And I actually felt really free doing it. And I gave him the camera back with the card in it. And he said, Savia. And I said, yeah. And he said, did you take these pictures? You took these, right? And I said, yeah. And he said, what are you doing? You need to start doing this. So it's amazing how the universe puts good people in front of you when you need them the most. And sometimes you don't even realize. And from there, we started doing photography together. Like we would go out to different places. He would find the clients. I was just going there with my positive, happy self and start taking the pictures. He then left for his own personal reasons, which is fine, but he told me to carry on. So I continued and I carried on up to this day where I only feel now I am at a professional level of being a photographer where I feel that every single picture I take, I capture a piece of someone's soul within the camera, give it back to them in order for them to see the beauty of who they are as a person. And that's what photography is about to me. And that's why I love taking pictures of people. Um, there are so many different forms of taking pictures of people that I do, yes. But I just find such a magnificent connection and energy and manifestation in it that it helps me pull out what people do not see within themselves, because we all have this thing within us that we don't see. And sometimes it takes somebody else to see that. So my life within songwriting eventually came back as well in doing photography, because they all coincide with each other because they're all creative. And one of the biggest things that I do within photography, funny enough, is live music. Live music is one of the biggest parts of professional photography that I do. And it can be for famous people, up and coming artists, but I enjoy all of it. I enjoy absolutely all of it. And I think that's how my passion of songwriting came back to a point where today I'm now again writing for other people. And that's how I've won awards and writing for other people. So I love it. And I would say to anybody who is creative, never stop, because someone or something will happen in your life where it will completely change your mindset. And whatever you're going through in your life, the one thing that you need to keep as a key factor is the world is always changing and everything in your life always changes